Cutting costs, it's something we all want to do, but is it possible to cut costs and add value at the same time? How about we find out in the second episode of the Hitchhiker's Guide to Events. The event starts, and you get a guide, the schedule, info about the speakers, partners, exhibitors, and you have to carry it around the event to know what is happening where and what is worth seeing. We all experience this, and we know it's a little bit overwhelming, but it's expensive as well. As I said in the first episode, we are going to talk about real life changes and what is more practical than cutting costs. We want to take this a little bit further and show you that going digital cuts costs and brings additional value. To start with, printing all of these material is only the final step. We have to go through the process of designing and devoting our time to preparing all of this. So I am sure that all of you know this, but let's run through a quick calculation based on our experience of printing materials. Let's assume that you are preparing an event for 1,000 attendees, and you provide them with a booklet containing the whole agenda, info about the speakers, partners, exhibitors. It's safe to say that this will take about 20 pages. Keep in mind, 20 pages times 1,000 attendees is about 2 trees. And the cost? Well, let's assume that one booklet costs $2.50. Of course, with the time devoted to the project and the design. Of course, we have to print some more in case some get destroyed, some get lost, and so on. So a simple calculation shows that we just spent $3,000 and cut down 2 trees, and just for one event. Now imagine that you have to make changes to your agenda. If you have time to reprint it, that solves the problem. But remember, that's $6,000 and 4 trees now. But what if you find out about a change at the very last minute? How do you let your attendees know? Well, that brings us to the second part of how digital tools can not only cut your costs, but bring additional value. Changes in the digital agenda can be made within seconds, and the schedule is interactive. The speakers are connected to the activities they run. There's a built-in map that guides your attendees around the venue. And all of this is user-friendly, intuitive, and well, just simply more convenient. And last but not least, you saved 4 trees. And it's better to imagine that you're sitting under one of them in the shade after your event while grabbing a beer, well, with some saved bucks in your pocket. But before we get there, the calculations were based on only printing the event guide. $3,000 is an ideal scenario if you don't have to reprint anything. This is only a drop in the ocean of the things that you need to prepare before the event. Creating a landing page, sending mailings, well, you know the drill. This all generates consecutive costs, and it turns out that a digital tool can cover all of that for you. I want to change your perspective. I want to show you that a digital tool is not only a cost-cutting element, it's an investment. As always, there is one more thing. Well, maybe a few. Using digital tools like an event app at your event expands your possibilities. It allows you to engage with your attendees, communicate with them, and gives your partners the chance to collect leads at your event. And most importantly, it gives you insight on your attendees' behavior. But let's keep that a secret until the next episode, because at this point I am more than sure that I convinced you that using digital tools compared to printing materials at your event is just much better, especially when looking at the bigger picture. Thank you for being here with me once again. If you want to get more insight into cutting costs, well, visit our blog. You can find the link in the description below. If you have any suggestions on the topics I should cover, well, let me know in the comments.